Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to show you a little happy mail I got today. This is a beautiful little book. It's so cute. The Million Owls, Fine Feathered Friends to Color by Lulu Mayo. And I need to give a nice thank you to the person that sent this to me. I really appreciate it. And it's so cute, so thank you so much. And we're going to do a little flip through and probably a little coloring in this one right now. So we're going to open it up, and you have the front page here. And this book lays down really nicely here. On my other books, I've colored this portion of the book, so I might just be doing this for you today. Or this one, because this one's adorable too. It's going to be hard to pick a picture in here. They're all really cute. Now, this one kind of gives me a little concern. They're inside a blender. Yeah, open it up and let them all out. Here we have the teacups over here and a little kitty cat. And we have a whole bunch of the owls in the background. We have dinosaurs in here, little bears, and some little guys down here. Look at this guy. He is so fluffy. You can't even tell what he is. I'm sorry, he's a llama or an alpaca, but you can't tell. He's too fluffy. We have inside of a house, we've got chairs and bookcases. This one is also adorable. Look at these guys, they're singing. And then we have a little ballerina here. Look at those tiny little shoes. I just love that. And the cat on her hat. And then we have the little couple over here with the cat. The little shoes here. Cat on the hat. Here we're out in the desert. We've got cactus on this page here with little houses in it. And I mean, just the owls are just adorable in here too. They are hilarious. We have a boat that is a, what do you call it, a duck or a goose. And then we have like, you can make these into, I mean, this is a cupcake. So we have sweets in here, we have flowers, we have mushrooms down in the bottom, and waves coming up. The little owls up here are putting sprinkles on the cupcake. I mean, these are so cute. We have a lot of owls that are singing, so that is cute too. So they're singing to the bunny rabbit over here. And we have them flying up the page. As this book, like the other ones, it's done on really nice thick paper. Here we have our little vegetables, radishes, pumpkins. I'm not sure. This looks more like a fruit with seeds in it. A little lemon down here. Door's going the wrong way. Oh, just too cute. Some of the pages have got a lot going on in them, and some are very sparse, but that's a fun part about doing these books. Here we have two heart-shaped with the owls in both of them. They would be great for, well, any coloring actually. This kind of looks argyle to me. We have another baking page. So we have a mixer here. We have these little guys that are trying to get the top off of the cake server here. Rolling pin, poor little panda bear got squashed underneath here. Candy jars, I mean, this is just, got gingerbread guys inside the mixer too. That's another one of my favorite. Here we got another heart style here with the little guy playing his flute. You could put a little sentiment in here if you want. This one's just a heart with the little branches coming out and all the leaves. Makes it a lot of fun to color too. And this one with the chairs, then the picture frames. You've got the flowers, the birds, the kitty cat, a squirrel. Here we got a little ghosty over here with a bird. Little bunnies in pumpkin suits even. I mean, you name it. She's got it in this book. It's really cute. Here we have another kind of cupcake display here, and a tea party going over here with the little owl inside the teapot. We've got a whole bunch of little bears, and there's bunnies over here too. Thought about that page too. Here we have a nice little hotel here with, I'm not sure, little guys, gremlins in here. Little dudes here too. We've got a freeway going across, lots of little cars, and the owl airplane up here on the top, giving the panda bunny and little fluffy dude here a ride. Even the clouds are fun. Here we've got the owls. So we have the lady owl here all done up in her pretty outfit, and the dapper guy over on this side. And everybody here getting a family photo. That is adorable. We have them in the moon, and I love both of these pages. I think they would be really pretty done together. Don't know about the two moons in the same page, but it'll look good together. And then we have all our owls in their different poses and outfits here. He's cute. It reminds me of a cartoon character, but I don't remember which one. Here we have another owl airplane, more metal looking than the last one. So we have some gears on him. We've got the little bears coming up through the lay window. A couple of little ghosties up here. A couple more of those. This is really a cool picture too. So we have 3 airplanes on this page. Doing parachuting over on this side. Another big spread with the tree. So a tree house, and they're having a party. At least one of them is. Here's our little friend with a fluffy head again. Got a little puff on his tail too. And I love these 2 pages too. Okay, let me just say I love the whole thing. So we've got her with her umbrella, and it's open here, and we just changed our hats and our shoes. Here we have a little family coming up to the house. We even have a chameleon here. I like this one too, with the nice little flowers that come down, and then the little guys. He's having his little tea drink here, playing the flute. Here we've got the piano and the horns. Some, I would assume, zebras here. A little piggy. The alligators. And the curtains would be absolutely done. This would be a gorgeous page done up. And here we have a big tree and a bunch of mushrooms and little mushroom people. Cute, cute, cute. And this kind of looks a little more like a wedding. We've got the puppy and an owl. And again, a banner that you can put your own words into. I love this page. The boat up in the sky with the owls on it. So cool. And then the last page of the book is the owl that has the dark body with the flowers and the little dudes up here. And that is the end of that book. And like I said, I have done on the other books, this page here. And I'll get those out. And now I have the Million Unicorns. And I did this one in Arteza pencils. But if you recall, the Arteza pencils are also have a little bit of water usage in them. So I just put water down on top of it, kind of give it a watercolor effect. So I have that one done. And then in the A Million Cats, I did this page. And this is done in Prismacolors with the Distress ink down here on the bottom and in the blue, along with the Posca and what is this one called? Signo Uno Ball White gel pen to give the little lines here. So we know that the Artezas work really well in here, along with the Prisma and the Distress ink. So with that said, I must come up with a supply that I want to use on here that I have not used yet. So I will be back and we will do this page, or one of the others. Okay, this page keeps calling out to me, so I'm gonna doodle on this one. I'm not gonna do a background until I get the other page done so I can match the backgrounds, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna start on the bird cage here, and I'm going to do this in polychromos. So I've picked out a magenta, burnt carmine, and pink madder lake to do these in. I'm going to start with the burnt carmine here, and we're going to kind of just come down the side of the feathers here, kind of keeping it close to the veining or the beadwork or whatever you want to call this. And just bring that down a little. And then we'll go in with the magenta. Just low and light pressure for the polychromos. Let the pencil do all the work for you. Then we'll bring in the, what's it called? Pink Madder Lake. And just touch the edges of that. Of course, blending it right back into the other colors. And then go back in and darken up what we already went over, bringing it down into the pink. Okay. And we'll do that on all of the feathers across the top. So I'll do another one. Same three colors in the same order. And then back and darken up. Putting a little extra pressure on it just to get it nice and dark there. Okay, so I'll just finish those off camera going across. I also want to put a little of this in her little hearts down here. So we will just put the dark on the side. Kind of the same on all of them. And the pink. And go back in and make sure the shading's right. these pencils are really nice in this book. May come in and put a little darkness on there, a little black or something. Might run it up there also. Anything else I want to add? Pink. These little teeny tiny flowers here. So we will do the middle just in the dark. All of those. I'll probably put a black background on here. That little feather too. Which way that feather's going? The opposite direction. And then a little pink. If I do a black background, I can put white splatters on it and make it look like a star background. Then I can do these lines in white. Yeah, that might be a good background choice for both pages. Okay, anything else? How about her little bow here? So we will start with the burnt carmine here. Magenta next. And then the pink. And then in reverse. And we'll do the same thing up here in her hat. I think her hat needs a little bit of that. I can't tell if that's a feather or part of her hat there. If it's a feather, it probably should match. So we're going to make it a feather. Just bring that color up on the side here. Bring in the pink and go down to the fluff. Around his nose. And then just blend that in a little bit better. And make that a feather. Okay, let's see. Clouds will be blue. Moon will be a color. And the bottom of the... I'll just go ahead and finish the feathers up here. So how is everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing something you enjoy. For the rest of the weekend, I'm going to be painting my deck. Yep, oh, it'll be fun. It's just we have to winterize it, so it has to be painted. I'm going to be adding a little white Posca into this too. Sorry. Got a song stuck in my head. And if you're wondering what song, it's the one with the little cats that play their musical instruments. I don't know, all these books kind of make me think of that video. Okay, just bend down here. Bring in the last color, which is the burnt carmine, and just add that along the edge here. Okay, and then when we bring in the white, make sure it's working. I'm just gonna kind of touch the wing area and bring it up a little bit, the edges. Just kind of fluff them a bit more. There we go. And we can always do some cuteness on our bow over here. And in her hat. And do the same thing here with this feather. Okay. Okay, we're going to work on the little owl, and I brought in a few shades of brown, 5, burnt sienna, a green gold, a walnut brown, a brown ochre, and burnt umber. And I'm going to start around her eyes with the 2 lightest shades. Okay, so we're going to put this like under her eyes here to her beak. And I'll bring in the second darkest and just kind of go around that, bring it in. Then we will bring in some of the burnt sienna. Going around her eyes again, bringing it towards the beak. Kind of lightly outwards. Okay, then we go back in with a lighter shade and just bring that out towards the edge. And just lightly bring that out to touch the other line. She's going to have a light face. Just very lightly out to the edge. Okay, I'm going to play around with her eyes a little bit. I want them a little darker, so we're bringing in the burnt umber. And go up around her beak too. And a little bit probably under her beak. her beak a little bigger too. Okay, we're also going to bring in the walnut brown. We'll define her eyes a little bit more. Okay, and around the edge down here, I'm going to go in with the second darkest color, and it is the brown ochre. And I'm just going to go around the line down here just to darken it up a little. Go in with the green gold very lightly. Kind of bring it down from her eyes towards her cheek area here. And we're going to go under this little bit of her feathers up here. Okay, we're going to take a cream color here. What do we have? Ivory. We're just going to blend those together a little bit better. Cover the whole area. Oh, what a cute little face. Okay, we've got to work on the top here. So we're going to do that a little darker than her face area, and we're going to start in with the burnt sienna. In those areas, and then coming down here. Just making sure I had gotten that color in her eyes. Right, we're going to go back in with the brown ochre. Just go over what we did. And we will bring in the green gold. Just bring that all the way down. I'm sorry about the bracelet, keeps hitting the paper. Well, I don't wear too much jewelry when I color. I tend to make a lot of noise on the book. Okay, this is just the ivory coming in. And we'll have to blend those up a little bit better. So hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna go down into her body too. And I'm just gonna start with the lighter shade, which is the green gold, and we're going to kind of do her shoulder up here. And a little under her fluff here. It's a little hard for me when I start mixing my pencils. Yesterday I was using my Prisma, and I'm using the polys, and they don't blend the same. So I have to get kind of used to it again. All right, burnt sienna. We take that just here. I'm just going to bring it in over here. Darken that up a little bit. Okay, down here on her tummy too. We'll go in with burnt umber. Just doing a really light coat here. Very light pressure. Getting all those to blend. Put this in her little wing here too. And her face up here. Oops. The last color we've got is the walnut brown, and we will put that at the very bottom. then use all the colors over again and blend them up. I'm going to do the wing here, brighten that side up a little. This is the brown ochre. Just making sure everything's blended up there. And work down here. Adding a little more pressure this time. And then our lightest shade, which is the green gold. Going over everything again just to make sure it's all blended. Okay. Thinking about giving her some little pink cheeks. Don't know. I mean, she's an owl, but she can have a little pink cheek up here, can't she? So we're just gonna put a little pink under her eye and bring it down into this lighter area. Maybe a little too much pink. We're going to take the ivory. Gosh, I'm just making a big old mess here. Go back over that just to blend it out a little bit. That's kind of cute. Okay, her eyes. I am going to put an extra line in those so I can make a colored eye in here because that's all black. So what we're going to do is just bring out a line because owl's eyes are big. And I want a bigger eye. So I'm just following the lines that we were already given. I'm also going to give her a little bit more eyelash area here. So we'll just make them nice and long. We're going to go over the pupil that's here to make it darker. I'm going to go over the spot too. and her beak. Okay. We'll have to let that dry a little bit. Just dawned on me I didn't have the camera down at the right angle. I hope you could see what I was doing. I'm bringing in a little black. So what I'm going to do is go into the very corners and shadowy areas that need just to be a little bit darker. And I'm going to add that in there. And blend it into the colors that are there. If there's any lines I want to define, I will just go up them and blend it out. Just like that. Just adds another little touch to it. No idea what I'm going to do with the little spots here or her hat yet. But her eyes, let's see. Owl eyes are kind of a golden color, so we'll get out some orange, some yellow, and we have some browns, but I want to add a different color brown in there, so we'll grab whatever this is. Light yellow ochre, a bright yellow, and a orange glaze. We'll see what we can do here. So we're going to go with the orange first. We're going to add a little right there. We're going to take the light yellow ochre, both sides of that. Add a little yellow in there too, just to brighten that up. And then we're going to go in with a brown. And we'll go in with the brown ochre that we had in the might need a darker brown, so burnt sienna. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Then in the white of her eyes, we're going to bring in a tiny bit of the burnt carmine just in the corner. And you can barely see it, you just do it really lightly. And round out her eye a little. And bring in the cream, or the ivory, sorry. Just blend it a little bit more. There. Now we kind of have, oh, she's got pretty eyes. The fluff down here. Still gotta work on that. How about we go back over here to this area. We're going to do brown owls, so we have 2 more of those. We need a green coming in here. So I'm going to switch over to some Prismacolor. And I'll grab my green tones from over here. I have on my desk, so it's moss green and the green ochre and a putty beige, and we will do this area coming up in green colors. So we're going to start off with the mossy green. Try not to get it in the head of the owl. We don't want to color. And then we'll go in with the putty. Bring it right up to the white of the feathers. We'll probably end up going over that white again anyway. And then we'll bring in some green ochre. And bring that up. Okay. The putty beige again, just to bring some of that color down and mix it together. These are not very sharp. I probably should sharpen them a little bit. I've been getting a lot of questions about my pencil sharpener, and just to let you know, it is a D-A-H-L-E 133. It's one where you push a button, you pull out the top, it holds your pencil in for you. It'll only sharpen until you have your sharpened point. It has a dial on the back. It's not really a dial, it's kind of like a screw, and you can set it for how sharp you want your pencils. It does a great job on all of these pencils. I love it. I had a handheld one, but after a while and having to sharpen my pencils a lot, it kind of hurt. So I had to get one that I could set on my desk. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with each one of these little the rest of the top here, I guess is what you call it. So we'll just go around and fill it all in with the moss green. Anyway, so I love that pencil sharpener. You can get them to a really sharp point, or for like the Prismas, I dial it down a little so it's kind of it's a point, but it's not sharp. It's got a flat tip on it. And then they don't break when I put pressure on them. Now, there are a lot of different pencil sharpeners out there. But this is the one I picked. It's not that expensive. You can get it on Amazon. I needed something that I could hand crank instead of use my wrist to sharpen the pencil with. And that did the trick. So it just sits on my desk in the corner. Yeah, I'll be going over the little white feathery thingies. I think I'll bring in a little white for that too, so I'll just grab the Prisma white. And a little white in there. Okay, then we have a little ball up here we have to do. It has a little leaf on it, so we'll color the leaf in. I'll do the ball in a different color. It looks like we have some leaves on the top up here too. So we'll just color those in. I'm not exactly sure where the leaf comes from, but it's there. This one's hard to see. I think it's here, but it could be here too. So we'll just color the bottom of that. Go with the next color. That's what I do if I can't figure it out. I'll just color the whole thing. And then the tip top. Looks like we have a tiny little window there. Wonder who's going to pop out of the window. Oh, I forgot to do these little green things here too, because that would come up from the bottom portion. Okay. Have little blue clouds. Brown, brown, brown. And pinks. Down there. Get the owls colored. A different color, blue or brown for each one of them. So we'll start up here at the top. Let's see. Do dark eyes on this guy. That was the walnut brown, and we're going to bring in green gold here. It'll be an interesting color, isn't he? I don't like his color at all. So what we're going to do is take out my trusty little eraser. He's way too dark. Make sure I have no color on it. Lighten up his little eyes here. see what we can do with that. Gonna bring in the cream here. Kind of blend all that in a little bit. And we'll have to see what we can do. I don't like that either. I'm just going to erase the whole little guy. So hold on a second. It'll keep the stain of the color on there because that's what colored pencils do, but we're going to have to see if I can change his color a little bit. At least he's going to be lighter, right? Let's get all that fluff out of here. This gets to the point of what color should they be? Okay, what do we have here? How about raw umber? That's a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to throw some of this yellow ochre in here. Brighten up his eyes a little. And we'll see what we can do with him and play with him a little bit. Darken up his little wing here a little. Gonna do his eyes. A little yellow there. Touch of orange. And then the black for his eyes. Okay. Darken up his beak. He's looking a little better. Okay, don't exactly know what he's looking at. He's looking at something down here, so he must be looking at this little guy. This one's looking at this one. Okay, we're going to start off with the lightest color, because I tend to do better that way. I'm going to lighten this one up. Okay, next color we're going to bring in is the raw umber. Okay. Now, this little guy here, we gotta lighten him up too. And then work on her, I believe. We've got quite big eyelashes on her. She's got little antennas here, it looks like. Just could do the whole thing in this light color and do shading. And the tail feathers. I don't see any tail feathers on the other guys. They're all hiding them. Okay. And we have the burnt sienna here. Bring some of that in. Raw umber. My cat is now tickling my legs because I've been coloring for too long and ignoring him completely. It's not like there isn't other people in the house, dude. Just going under here and where they have the little lines, just putting in a little shading. I'll do that on the tips and bring it up too. Tail feathers and tummy. Okay. Very lightly bring that all around the face. And the center of the face a little darker. And get it as dark on this side. Okay, we will bring in the lighter color that we had earlier and just blend that out a little better. And then the ivory and just fill in the rest of that. Okay. So I'm bringing a little nougat and we're going to darken this area here. Go up on her head a little bit. Out on her wings. Just want to darken that up. Her tail feathers, we're going to go over those. And in the shadowed areas, we're going to go over those. Like when I'm using these, that's all I feel like I'm doing is layering. But it gives it a pretty effect. You know, throw a little of this around her eyes too. Okay, same as with her, this little one needs eyes also. And since these are kind of out in Nowhereville, we're just gonna kind of bring out some, kind of big. Bring this eye all the way into the center. More little eyelashes coming out. Oops. Okay, let's color those eyes. This one's going to be harder to see because I kind of goofed when I did that. And the brown. Okay. On all our little guys, we're going to get the shine put back in. So they'll be semi-cute. Oh, I didn't color hair yet. Do those eyes. They're really tiny. Then we'll put in the pupils. There. All right, I think I'm going to call that for right now. And calf hair, sorry. But we'll have to be back for part 2 of this picture. I didn't think it was going to take this long. Okay, and I will see you in part 2 if you want to see how this turns out. I hope you all have a great day, and take care, everyone. Bye now.